We're not going to be on here very long today. Actually, I don't even know. I think you guys are coming through my Bluetooth, to be honest with you, because I got my Bluetooth still hooked up. Oh, hold on a second. I got to set up the internet again. So just if anybody comes in here, let them know I'm setting up the internet. The network or what, but it dropped the network or what, but it dropped my my thing, and I'm trying to get the internet put back on here, and it's not being put back on here for some reason. So hopefully the internet's coming in 5G. Morning. It's nice to see you guys. Give me a second. I really need to get this internet up running. Otherwise, you guys are going to have a horrible internet up running. Otherwise, you guys are going to have a horrible reception. We're just going to have to do the best we can here. Um, so I'm really sorry. My internet's not turning on for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of my Bluetooth. I don't know. But either way, I'm here just hanging out right now. I'm about to go have some breakfast with some friends. Um, but I just wanted to let everybody know, with everything going on, I'm not going to be a victim of this criminal enterprise of the Proudfoots and Bowersox. Clearly, both parties don't mind lying under oath. They don't mind lying to authority. They don't mind lying to courts. I'm watching the Lore Lodge, and the Lore Lodge is basically, going through everything and, summarizing this particular case. And it's hitting all of the marks that we've hit. Um, Take Wi-Fi off phone. The Wi-Fi is off. It won't let me connect for some reason. So I know that there's probably a crappy service or, not coming in very clear, but there's not a whole lot I can do. Either way, I'm not going to be on here very long anyways. I'll be on here whenever I get to where I'm going. But long story short is we have, people that are missing a child that have spent more time worrying about me than they have worried about their missing child. And I think that's noted not only across social media, but noted across, mainstream media. Everybody is noticing their lack of caring for Sebastian and more concerned about them and their reputation to the point that they're willing to lie under oath. I haven't even been in the community in over 30 days. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can't even remember what date. I'll have to go back through the calendar and find out what dates I was there. But I've only been to the Hendersonville area one time, and I was only in their area for only 2 days ever in my life. So, this idea that they're not lying under oath, that they're not utilizing these court systems, it's a little weird. But, we do have a hurricane or tropical depression. It's going to make it difficult for me to get home, so I figured I would just change plans and cover another case and go that route since we have horrible weather and hurricanes hitting Florida. But I'm not going to be a victim of this criminal enterprise or their criminal activity at all. They can deal with the courts themselves. They can deal with all the stuff themselves. What they did was dirty, and I honestly believe that the courts are going to see what they're up to. And again, they've got to still deal with legal scrutiny of their allegations, and they cannot meet the threshold or the burden of that legal scrutiny because they're lying. And I think that the courts are going to be very skeptical of anything that they produce. So um, it's a little disgusting that they are willing to publicly look this. I mean, they already look horrible as is, but to publicly intentionally make themselves look even more guilty than they were. They're exuding problematic behavior. They're exuding red flags. Every one of them have lied. Every one of them have lied to us. Every one of them have lied in a court. We definitely have record of that they have lied in the courts, and they're utilizing the courts for some type of game and gain and intimidation, or they're going to show somebody, well, you're about to rock with Bullhorn Betty, okay, and you're going to have to deal with your own just desserts, and you're going to have to deal with your own shenanigans. So God bless all of you, but I have a funny feeling every last one of you guys are going straight to hell. And that's rightfully where you all need to be. Your terror and destruction on the Hendersonville community is going to end. You are not that. You are not. You guys may be able to push your weight, but I'm sorry. There's just some people that just don't deal with it, and some people like me that are very strong-headed. You know, rocking a boat like that just gets yourselves in trouble. But you guys can look like complete idiots with eggs on your face. But I've committed no crimes, and they're going to have to prove that I have. So they can't. At the end of the day, they can't. So they have to meet a burden. There's no possibility of meeting that burden. They are utilizing the court system improperly and unlawfully. Everything that they're doing is voidable. So at the end of the day, God bless. But just saying, just saying. Your reception is perfect now. Oh, good. Well, that's weird because my LTE just went down to 2 bars. But we're doing good. And to be honest with you, it doesn't fade me. I can tell you that I'm more under their skin than they're under my skin because I'm laughing at them. I think they're foolish. I think that they are showing law enforcement exactly who they need to look at. I think that they just proved to law enforcement they are willing to lie to them as well as the court and cannot be trusted, which I doubt they trust anything coming out of their mouth anyways. I don't think anybody in that community is going to give them the time of day. Honestly, I don't think the courts are going to give them the time of day. I don't think the courts are even going to engage in this shenanigans. I think they're going to be very skeptical of just about everything. It makes me mad. Last night I saw the video from the news about you, made me sick and stressed. Don't stress out, River. I'm not stressed. I mean, think about it. They're literally committing criminal, like they're literally committing a misdemeanor for the whole world to see. That's not honorable. I thought they were military. I thought they were supposed to follow the law. You know, clearly this entire family doesn't mind breaking the law ever. And the problem is the reason why they keep breaking it is because they are never made to be held accountable for their violation, willful violation of the law, manipulation, lying under oath, all misdemeanors, all misdemeanors. And then if they're proffering bunk evidence, I think that might even rise to a Class D felony. Didn't see the story about you. Where is it? I can't remember. It's on one of the news organizations that start with a W. I think in Tennessee, it's Channel 2, possibly. Those foots and socks. I tell you what, there's some twisted individuals. They are some twisted individuals. That entire twisted family. Like I'm still going through the lore lodge and hearing all the stuff about Nina, and it just shows you how evil even Kathy and Terry Bowersox are. Terry took a bat after Nina, a bat. And this is the kind of man that is the one saying he's in fear for his life over me. Well, I'm going to wait until I get the paperwork served on me through proper service as the courts require. And once I get that, I will address it when I can get it. But, you know, with this storm and everything going on, it's even delayed me even further. So, you know, kind of sucks. So what's going to end up happening is I can't just sit in a hotel. I got to work. So now I'm going to have to cover another case, and that's going to, gosh, knows how long that's going to take. Listen to Don P here. He is from the area. He said, Judge don't like if you wear shorts. I hope Kathy and Katie and Terry do. It doesn't matter. They have a threshold they have to overcome, and they're not going to be able to overcome it. And if they do, then I'm going to be filing it. It doesn't matter. I'll deal with everything on Monday. Man, afraid of you. He's not very proud, is he? They don't care. They just think that they own that whole entire community. But the bottom line is their child's missing and nobody believes their story. So I doubt the judge is giving them any time of day. They know damn well those people aren't being harassed. And as a matter of fact, if they were, they would deal with it. But to think about it, they've never had any calls against me. All of a sudden, just boom, 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 I become a threat to their life. And I haven't even been in the area since over a month ago. They're an idiot. They're a complete, utter idiot. But you know what? You can't fix stupid. I truly believe they unalived that child, and I truly believe all four of them are involved in the cover up of it. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, and they can't stop it. Not on here, not there, nowhere. They put themselves in this position, not me, and they continue to stay in this position, not me. So, where do you think Sebastian is? Honestly, in Sumner County. I think he's in either Gallatin or White House, probably, most likely. I don't think he's going to be specifically in Hendersonville. He's going to be in a place Christopher is comfortable in my opinion. The Proudfoots are deflecting in hopes of escaping the truth. Yeah, they're wanting to have all these distractions. Well, I'm still working on Sebastian. While they're still playing with me, I'm working on Sebastian. That's why we keep moving the fence post, and we're able to keep moving this down, is because we're staying focused on Sebastian and finding answers relates to Sebastian. And they're right now just in the mode of, oh crap, we need to stop Betty. Well, unfortunately, you can't stop somebody that isn't breaking laws. And that's the problem that they're up against, is that I'm following the laws and able to get that, and they cannot stand it, and they've got to try to break the law to try to convince a judge that I'm breaking the law, which I'm not. Judges deal with all of this all the time. They deal with liars all the time. They probably are well aware of what's going on in this case. It sounds like there is some type of state attorney investigating and looking into it, and I can guarantee I've never broken the law. I've never made a threat to anybody's life. Good gracious. If I was going to threaten somebody's life, it would have been a significant other, not some idiots that can't seem to locate their own child in a locked house, that has lights going on inside their house, weird things, a body peering out the window, trying to see who'd seen what, and then lights proceeding to an unmarked vehicle, and one light going back to the house where Katie just magically woke up all alone that morning. So their story is BS. In my opinion, the shadow is that of, and I'm more convinced than ever. When I saw Terry Bowersox in the flesh, when he stalked me and came up behind me and took the picture of my plate to let me know he was there, when he did that intimidating action, right? That is when I was able to finally see the actual back into that car with my own beautiful eyes. And I'm telling you, I was more convinced when I left there that that was the vehicle in that shadow than any other time that I had ever said or assumed that it was. I absolutely believe it was. And then Kathy comes out and tries to lie yet again and says she never made it to Katie's until 10:30, after 10:30 that morning that Sebastian went missing. Yet everybody in the neighborhood saw her standing out in the front yard at 8 o'clock in the morning. These people don't mind lying. They don't mind breaking the law. And it's not even utilizing the law they're literally lying under oath. They're fully, willfully, and maliciously violating the law. And hopefully the courts make them pay the fee, the $300 and some odd fee for wasting the court's time. Maybe hitting them in the pocket might be the way to punish them for what they're doing. But I can tell you it's not going to work. It's just not. So good luck, Proudfoots and Bowersox, but I will be at the Gathering of Voices on August 26, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we will get everything confirmed. If we've got to move that up and down, whatever, all around, we'll figure it all out. Well, Thing is not looking they've never looked for Sebastian. They have never once looked for that boy. They have never once looked for that boy. All they have done is acted like they looked. They acted like they wanted some help. But every person that has reached out to them to help, who is helping Chris and Katie? Who? Nobody. Nobody's out there. So they want people posting flyers and please don't forget a boy and please keep talking about him. They're not even talking about him. They just want him to go away. They never want to hear his name again. They just want this whole situation. They just want this boy's life not to matter to anybody because it didn't matter to them. You don't see them fighting for this boy. You don't see that mother breaking down. All you see her doing is giving another woman's perfect child hugs and kisses with big smiles on her face, and going out to nice dinners, and going running away from home, and going shopping for motorcycles and stuff. That's more important to them than a human life. And they wonder why people like me exist, because we get sick of people like them. And then they want to try to do some underhanded, dirty, illegal stuff, which so much as tells us that if they are willing to lie to a court, and they are willing to lie under penalty of perjury, what are they willing to lie to keep themselves out of jail? What are those four willing to do to keep themselves out of jail? Do you think that they would lie? Do you think that they would lie to law enforcement about what happened on February 25th into February 26th? Or do you think that they would be willing to come truthful about it? Because I got to say, the many, I don't know how, I think if we had to count how many variations of their story there has to be at least 25 different stories. So they can handle their own consequences from their own doing, but I can tell you it's not going to work. And even if I am served and fail to show up, they do not automatically get a default protection order. They have got to meet legal scrutiny, and they cannot meet legal scrutiny. So it doesn't even matter. They've wasted their time. They've wasted the court's time. They have wasted literally everything. And not only that, but they just let law enforcement utilize something else against them to show that they are not being truthful, and they have no problem lying to a court or a police officer or sheriff's department, because they just prove that they're willing to do it. Trust me, the sheriffs, the FBI, and TBI know me. They have absolutely done investigative background on me. For the various cases, especially the FBI. The FBI has done its due diligence on my background for many, many years. Long before I even got in here. I mean, I had level 2 FBI background checks performed on me multiple times. And then when I got into this, I know during Gabby Petito, they did background searches on me as well as Jonathan. So I know that when we were out in another area, the law enforcement said that they were well aware of us, because of the FBI. So this idea that the FBI doesn't know who I am, law enforcement, big law enforcement, don't know what my MO is and what I do. And one thing that they know is I follow the law. I follow the law explicitly. I know the sheriff in my own county. I've got sheriffs all over this country that I'm friends with. So I have a good understanding of what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. It's not like they're dealing with a tiny little fish. Okay, it's much different. I'm a political advocate and activist all over the United States. I know a lot of people all over the United States, and that's exactly why I have to follow the law the way I do, because I know a lot of people and they give me guidance. Right? This is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. This is what keeps you in good graces. And so I follow their guidance. And you know what? So far in all of this, I've never had any problems until we got close to finding information out about Chris and Katie. I truly believe more than ever that while Chris was staying in Memphis, many people believe that he was having an affair. I'm on the fence about that. I don't think he was there long enough to get that cozy with anybody, but who knows? I haven't heard anything. I was in the area for several days, and I couldn't find any of that information. Look, you're a terrible if play video of you saying when the court date is, but I don't know when the court date, it doesn't matter. I've got to be served. It's a legal process. They can't say, oh, well, we haven't started. Like, I don't, just because they say so doesn't make it so. I'm not going to go to the court system and look up the information. They are required to inform me about this. Okay. They're required to inform me about this. And at the end of the day, they're breaking the law in order to do this. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to be part of their criminal enterprise, nor am I going to be a victim of it. So they can all kiss my ass. You know, the courts are required to have me served, excuse me, the Bowersox and the Proudfoots are required to have me lawfully served. They have failed to do so. And that's something that they're going to have to produce in court and justify why they need a protective order. They have to justify that. They have not done that. They filed an affidavit filled with lies. Well, when they have to go before the court, they have to actually proffer proof of those lies. And there is nothing that they've got on me that could ever rise to the level of them being in fear for their life, especially since I haven't even been into the community except for 2 days over a month ago and never have spoken to them ever. And the one communications that I do have with Terry are recorded on a live stream. So, and he was clearly following me. I've got nothing to worry about. So anybody that's out here trying to peddle, they're peddling it for clicks and views. This is a stunt from them and their criminal YouTubers on this platform that are felons that actually help other criminals get away with their crimes. You see Chris and Katie gravitate to those channels that help criminals. That's all that needs to be done. They help criminals. So I don't know what to say. They are criminals, and they just proved it with all of this. They don't mind breaking the law. They don't mind lying. That's enough for me. And it's now recorded on public record. So that was stupid. Again, these people are not very, very smart. And they're allowing felons to guide them through a legal process, which is stupid. So they just look like an idiot, and they just probably moved the case for the police a little bit further because now the police actually have something significant that they can look at and say they lied here under oath. Are they willing to lie to me? Absolutely. If they're willing to do this to me, what are they willing to do to save their own hide? Anyways, guys, rock it out with your coffee beans out. I will talk to you guys later. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you soon.